The families of two victims who died in the hangar collapse in Boise earlier this year are now suing several companies who worked on the project. Their attorneys claim that the companies were negligent and did not use plans that were approved by the city of Boise. Abby Davis is following this story for us this evening. Abby, we understand that they filed the wrongful death lawsuit in federal court just last night.
Joe, the attorneys made the announcement during a news conference this afternoon. They worry people on other projects might also die if the companies aren't held accountable.
Mario and Mariano are not coming back.
Family of the two men from Guatemala who died in the hangar collapse near the Boise Airport in late January
We're seeking justice.
filed a wrongful death lawsuit in federal court Tuesday against several of the companies involved. Big D Builders, Inland Crane, Steel Building Systems, and Spec Steel.
There's a lot of explanation to do on the side of the defendants as to why they acted the way they did on January 30th and January 31st.
Attorney Enrique Cerna says the companies used plans the city of Boise didn't approve to build the hangar at the Jackson Jet Center. The lawsuit alleges they conspired to use the plans after, quote, principals of Jackson Jet threatened to penalize them because Big D Builders was taking too long to finish the project.
And people were worried.
It states the companies rushed the job, were grossly negligent and reckless.
You have a lot of people saying that the day before the collapse, cables were popping, braces were popping, pieces were not conforming.
The suit also claims companies ignored warnings from employees about unsafe working conditions, saying Mario, Mariano, and everyone else shouldn't have been on site the day the hangar collapsed because of strong winds.
We intend to prosecute this to the end. Practices like this kill people. It clearly killed my clients.
Right before the show, Inland Crane sent me this statement saying, while we mourn the loss of our partners, friends, and colleagues, all evidence demonstrates that Inland Crane and our employees are not at fault for this tragedy. We are confident that the judicial process will exonerate Inland Crane and our employees. Steel Building Systems and Spec Steel also extended condolences to the victims' families, saying we cannot speak to a majority of the complaint filed as SBS was not the installer of the metal building, nor did we possess or demonstrate any authority over job site operations. The structure was in the process of being installed. Big D Builder says it can't comment on pending litigation. And Joe, the family is suing for damages, but the lawsuit doesn't say how much.
And Abby, I'm curious, when the tort claim itself was filed, basically a notice of a lawsuit, we had heard other parties could be involved in this lawsuit. I didn't hear them mentioned here.
Yeah, none of the defendants in the lawsuit were in that notice of a tort claim. That tort claim or the notice was filed against the city of Boise last month. And Cerna says they decided not to include the city in this lawsuit because their investigation shows that they didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, Abby Davis reporting for us here on the News at 4. Thank you, Abby.